The daring abduction of a pair of siblings from a small resort in Bullet Tree Falls, believed to have been executed by a duo of fugitives wanted for other crimes committed in the Cayo district, has resulted in a massive dragnet by police and BDF personnel. As they were exiting the Park Nest Lodge this morning, along with proprietor Theo Kochi, 18-year-old Keithan Cote and his sister, 22-year-old Manisha Cote, were kidnapped from the premises when their captors held them up and entered the vehicle they were traveling in.
The guests were leaving right through here, and as they were leaving, four guys, from what I understand now, jumped out and held them at gunpoint and jumped in the vehicle, and they took the owner of Parrot's Nest and the two guests down our neck of the woods, right? And from there, they told Miss Theo, which is the owner of Parrot's Nest, that they need $75,000, and either they give it $75,000 or they want to kill the guests, and if she called the police, they want to kill the guests. And so she come back here, and from there the phone start ring.
Immediately, a local militia of villagers was formed, and they wasted no time in pursuing the kidnappers. The hunt led them behind Bullet Tree Falls to a quiet community known as Parslow Falls. Led by Chris Caridi, the men scoured the area in search of the missing teens.
I found the young boy when I was informed by one of the villagers here what was going on, and he told me that they were seen up on our area. I mobilized my work crew, and we jumped in our two vehicles and we headed up to the end of the road, and I noticed that there was fresh prints on one side of the road towards the river. So I dismounted my crew, and I'm the only one that's armed, so we went ahead, right, and I found footprints. And while I was standing on the edge of a cliff, I could hear somebody rustling down below me. So I got on my phone and called my mother, who then got a hold of Special Branch, and they were just down the road from me. They flew up, we went down. I showed them exactly where I hear the rustling. The guy slid down the bank, and we uncovered the young boy in a little cave area, hunkered down, right? Then from there, we proceeded because we could see the footprints, and we were able to track them all the way to where they crossed the river.
That area, known as La Monal, is less than 2 miles away from the western border.
Before they crossed the river, they all met up again at a wooden house, abandoned wooden house on a farm about another mile up, right? And from there, they met up and they crossed over the river, right? And we were able to detain from entering the house that we could see their footprints where somebody had urinated in one spot of the house, and the urination was fresh, where it hadn't even soaked through the ground yet. So we knew we weren't more than a couple of minutes behind the individuals. So then the police and us mobilized, and we went across the river, and we were able to chase them all the way into Guatemala. And we had to stop, of course, because of the border line.
A resident, who identified himself as Fermin Garcia, observed the alleged kidnappers as they made their way through the vicinity.
Two guys passed this morning like this way, and about a half hour that they passed, the soldiers come behind, but I think they couldn't catch them because about half hour that they passed already.
The assets attached to the Belize Special Assignments Group, BSAG, did their best to track down the suspects. However, their efforts would prove futile.
They tracked them to the river. They crossed the river. Okay, so all the police and everybody, they left some here. We put some out because there's a road that goes back here, and it goes behind San Ignacio to Santiago 1 area. It is a known contraband road. All right, so Mr. Inspector Reyes, he sent some men out back here to try and block them from getting away while they're tracking them this side. All right, well, when they crossed the river, then they went across the river and they left some people here. Right, now I just got a call in that two men on the other side of the gate up here, which makes it a dead-end road, two men clean cut with arms came through, and I just got another call that two men with clean-cut military looking with dogs came through, but they're not our people. From what I'm hearing, they're not our people. Okay, I have given all this information to Corporal Rodriguez with CIB, and they're on it. And the whole area around here is BDF, CIB, police. They whop and do their job. The sad thing is, they don't have any four-wheel drive vehicles.
The suspects, described as 3 Hispanic men, are believed to be Guatemalans. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.